We're going to solve some applications here in this video using division of decimals. So the first example here says if a car travels 307 miles on 18 gallons of gas, how many miles per gallon does it drive? And it says round to the nearest tenths. So we're going to take that 307 miles, divide it by 18 gallons. And you could do long division over here. The numerator goes on the inside, the denominator goes on the outside. So we ask ourselves, how many times 18 goes into 30? Well, we're going to say once, because if you need to come over here and go 18 plus 18. 8 plus 8 is 16, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 36. It went over 30, so it busted. So I'm going to say it goes into it once. So 1 times 18 is 18. And let's subtract. So I got 30 minus 18. Okay, I can't take 8 out of 0, so I'm going to borrow from this 3, making a 2, carrying this 1 over here. Now I got 10 minus 8 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Bring down the 7. Now, we want to know how many times will 18 go into 127. So I know that 127 divided by 20, so there's at least what, 26 sets of 20s in that 127. So let's start off with at least 6. So 18 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. Carry the 4. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 4 is 108. So if I was to add on 18, 8 plus 8 is 16. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Bring down the 1. Oh, that is perfect. It'll go into it 7 times. So 7 times 18 is 126. We're going to subtract those two, get a 1. If I add a decimal and bring a 0 down, 18 goes into 10 0 times. It says round to the nearest tenth. So if I bring down another 0, 18 goes into 100. Let's try 5 times. That might be a little steep, but let's try. And we might go 6. Well, no, 6 busted. But anyways, 18 times 5. 5 times 8 is 40. Carry the 4. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 4 is 90. Perfect. So it goes into it 5 times. So it said round to the nearest tenth. So this is what I got. I stopped there. I know it's going to continually go on. It looks like it's going to be a repeat. So I can put a bar over the 5, and I need to round to the nearest tenths. The 0's in it. So I got to look behind it and ask myself, yes or no. Is the number behind that 0 greater than or equal to 5? And if you say yes, then we're going to add 1 to the 0 and drop the 5. If you say no, just drop the 5. So in this case, it was yes. So we got 17.1. If you wanted to double check your math just to make sure that's okay, but it looks great to me. The next example is the exact same way. It's asking for the same thing. So you take that 413 miles, divide it by the 18 gallons. You do the same format. So I got 4, sorry, I keep saying 113, but I mean 413 divided by 18. So we get what? 22.9 is my answer. Okay. And that's how many miles per gallon that's on average. So the 22 is better than the 17, right? So let's look at the next example I want to work. I want to work the A here. It says that suppose a total interest on 35-year mortgage is $450,000 from the home loan of $120,000. What will the payments be each month if the payments are to pay off both loan and interest? And we're going to round to the nearest cents. So what I want to do is take that 450,000. Let's add on the 120,000. So it came out to 570,000 total, because we got the mortgage that has the interest and from the loan of 120,000. I just wanted to make sure that's how I got it. Okay. So I come out with 570,000. And now I'm going to say, okay, for 35 years, I'm going to make 12 payments each year. So when I multiply these together, 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I'm going to scoot over for the 1 times 5 and 1 times 3. Let's add these up. I get 0, I get 12, carry the 1, 420. So what I want to do is take this 570,000, divide it by that 420 and put it up in long division. And when I'm done, I get $1,357.14 that you would have to pay per month to cover the interest and the payments and the loan. I want to do C right quick. There's 2 different ways we can solve C. One, if you notice, you have 30.9 miles per gallon. So I'm going to set that up. And then the next question says, how many miles will travel 21 gallons of gas? So I'm going to put X here for the miles I'm looking for, and I'm going to divide it by the 21 gallons. So I could say, oh, okay, the X is in the numerator. I got an equal sign between these fractions. So I'm going to bring this 21 gallons up to the top. I'm going to go across the equal sign. So now I got 30.9 times that 21. It's going to be miles, because when I move this 21 to the top, the gallons reduce. And this is all equal to X miles. And when I multiply these together, I get 648.9 miles. So that's one way to solve it. That's on 21 gallons of gas. All right. However, if you wanted to, you could say, oh, well, I got 30.9 miles per gallon in this vehicle, and I'm going to go 21 miles, or excuse me, I'm going to use 21 gallons. You can multiply these together, and you're going to come out with, oops, I don't know why I said dollars, 648.9 miles. And remember, this is per gallon, so that's what happened to the gallons. They reduced. So, and let me show you how come I was able to use the multiplication. It's all a conversion thing. So 30.9 miles divided by that 1 gallon times that 21 gallons, and the gallons reduce. So either way, the gallons reduce. There's 2 different ways. Thank you.